The sun is a daily reminder that we too can rise again from the darkness, that we too can shine our own light. A very good morning, children. If you remember last class, we were learning about light. So let's continue with the physics lesson. Light. What is light? Light is a form of energy which enables us to see this beautiful world. The main source of light energy is the sun. Then we learned the properties of light. Light is a transverse wave which do not require any medium for its propagation. It can travel through solids, liquids as well as in vacuum. Light exhibits dual nature. Sometimes it acts as a wave, sometimes it acts as a particle. Light undergoes different phenomena: reflection, refraction, interference, diffraction, dispersion and so on. Light always travels in straight line, and this property of light is known as rectilinear propagation of light. Then we learnt reflection. The bouncing back of light rays from a smooth polished surface is known as reflection. Whenever reflection takes place, it obeys two laws. The incident ray, the reflected ray, the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. The angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. There are two types of reflection: regular reflection and irregular reflection. Regular reflection takes place on a smooth, polished surface and a clear image is formed. Parallel incident rays remain parallel after reflection, whereas irregular reflection takes place on an uneven surface or rough surface. You have a distorted image formation, and even though the incident rays are parallel, the reflected rays are not parallel. These are the things which we have learnt in the last class. So let's continue with that. Today we'll be learning about mirror. What is mirror? You have a glass slab. To this glass slab, to one side, if you give a silver coating, then it acts as a mirror. So a thin glass slab can be converted into a mirror by giving a silver coating to one of its sides. Reflection in a plane mirror. The mirrors are used to see our own reflection in the mirror. You can see the different examples here. Optical images. When you look at the mirror, you can see your own reflection. The phenomenon here is reflection of light. The light rays strikes the surface of the mirror and is sent back into the same medium by obeying the laws of reflection, and hence there is a formation of image. These images can be classified into real image and virtual image. Real images are always inverted. Real images are always inverted, whereas virtual images cannot be caught on the screen. It is always erect in nature. Virtual image actually is formed behind the screen, whereas real image can be obtained on the screen. Image formation in a plane mirror. How is image formed in a plane mirror? By reflection. There are number of light rays which strike the surface of the mirror. The surface of the mirror is a smooth polished surface. So after striking this surface, it gets reflected back into the same medium by obeying the laws of reflection. This phenomenon is known as reflection of light. By this phenomenon, you have the formation of image. You can see the formation of a sun or a star here. From this light source, you have many light rays falling on the surface of the mirror. All these rays gets reflected back into the same medium. If this reflected ray is produced backwards. All these reflected rays appear to converge from a point, and this point is the formation of the image. So this is the object, this is the image. This is a pointed object. You can see the extended object from the source. You have an incident ray striking on the mirror. It gets reflected back into the same medium. Produce it in the backward direction. And then you have one more light ray from the source striking the mirror. It strikes the mirror at an angle of 90 degree. Therefore, this is normal incidence of light. The reflected ray and the incident ray coincide with each other. Hence, you can see a normal incidence of light. Then one more incident ray is striking the mirror. It gets reflected back. Produce it backwards. All these three rays meet at a point, and you can see that is the position of the image formed. You can represent the image formation with the help of a ray diagram, which you can draw in your classwork also. First, practice it in your rough book. Draw a mirror M1. There are number of light rays which are striking the mirror. Let us consider an incident ray OA. So after, when it strikes the mirror, it has to undergo reflection. It undergoes reflection by obeying the laws of reflection. To know the laws of reflection, you have to draw the normal. Normal incidence is a line which makes an angle equal to 90 degree. Measure this angle. This is angle of incidence. According to the law, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So construct an angle equal to this angle, that is AC. Similarly, consider one more incident ray OB and draw BD by knowing the angle of incidence, and then construct the angle of reflection. Then produce it backwards. These two rays will meet at a point, that is the position of the image formed of the object O. Then you have image formation of an extended object here. You can see the incident rays and the reflected rays. The reflected rays, when produced backwards, it meets at a point which gives you the position of the image formed. The image formed in a plane mirror, it is formed behind the mirror, hence it is a virtual image. Okay, we'll know the characteristics of the image formed on a plane mirror. Here you can see T, this is a mirror, this is the image formation. The image is formed behind the mirror, therefore it is called as virtual image. All virtual images are erect in nature. Here also you can see the image is erect. And laterally inverted. What do you mean by laterally inverted? Side inversion takes place. Right side appears to be left, left side appears to be right. Then the second point, the image is the same size as that of the object. You can see the size of the object and you can see the image formed. The size of the object and the image are same. Then the image formed is as far behind the mirror as the object in front of it. Measure the distance of the object from the mirror. Let us say 3 centimeters. Then the image is also formed 3 centimeters behind the mirror. If it is 5 centimeters, the object is at a distance of 5 centimeters from the mirror, then the image is also formed 5 centimeters behind the mirror. Lateral inversion. The literal meaning of lateral is side. Side inversion. If you stand in front of a mirror and raise your right hand, in the mirror you can see it is left hand. If you raise your left hand, you can see your right hand. This interchange of the sides, right to left and left to right, is known as lateral inversion. You can see the inversion of the alphabets also. Inversion, lateral inversion can also be called as mirror image. These are the English alphabets, and the second line represents how it looks in the mirror. So there are alphabets which do not show lateral inversion. Q, Q, X and X, I and I, O and O, V and V do not show lateral inversion. H and H, I and I, M and M. Whereas B, C, E, F, N, Z, S, all this show lateral inversion. And if you have seen the ambulance, on ambulance vehicle you can see the word is laterally inverted. Why is it written so? Ambulance is a vehicle which carries patients who require emergency medical help. The driver in front of this vehicle read this word correctly in the mirror and give the way for it so that it reaches the hospital and the patient will get immediately the help. Multiple images. When two mirrors are inclined at an angle, you can see number of images are formed. These are some of the pictures where you can see number of images. And you can calculate how many images are formed by an equation. N is equal to 360 degree by theta. N is the number of images formed. Theta is at what angle the two mirrors are inclined. If two mirrors are inclined at an angle, then the number of images formed is given by N is equal to 360 degree by theta. If theta is 60 degree, theta is 60 degree, then N is equal to 360 degree by 60 degree, 6. This implies N is equal to 6 images are formed, but you can see only 5 images because the 2 images will coincide with each other. If theta is equal to 90 degree, that is if they are placed perpendicularly, then N is equal to 360 degree by 90 degree. 9 ones are 9 fours are. So how many images are formed? 4 images are formed, but you can see only 3 images because the 4th one will coincide with one of the images. If theta is equal to 0 degree, that the mirrors are placed parallelly to each other, then N is equal to 360 degree by 0, that is infinity. So infinite number of images are formed. Uses of plane mirrors in our daily life. It is used as a dressing mirror where you dress up in front of the mirror. It is used in barber shop, jewelry shops to create illusions, and it is used in the construction of optical instruments such as periscope and kaleidoscope. What is periscope? Periscope is an instrument which is used to see above the obstacles. To see above the obstacles, you have two simple plane mirrors which are inclined at an angle of 45 degree. The light from the object strikes the mirror, gets reflected to the bottom mirror and then onto the eye. So it is used to see through the obstacles. It is used, periscope is used in the war field, in submarine to know the way. Then it is used in one more instrument called as kaleidoscope. The meaning of kaleidoscope is I see beautiful image. This was invented by Sir David Brewster to invent new designs. Here you can see 3 rectangular mirrors are arranged in an equilateral triangle so that the rays from an object form multiple images due to reflection from the mirrors. When you view through this, you can see different designs which was used in the textile industries for carpet designing. Next phenomenon, dispersion of light. When light enters any dispersive medium, then it gets split up into its constituent colors. When a sunlight, here prism acts as a dispersive medium. When sunlight passes through the prism, it gets split into 7 colors. This phenomenon is known as dispersion, and the colors which obtained after dispersion is known as spectrum. They are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. This is the band of spectrum. The least deviated color is red and the most deviated color is violet. And always remember, the colors are from bottom to top in the order Vib-Gaior. Sir Isaac Newton was a person who showed that white light is made up of 7 colors. He took a prism and passed a white light. The white light got split up into 7 colors. He kept one more prism inverted so that you can see all these colors rejoined together to form a white light. From this simple experiment, he said that white light is made up of 7 colors. This can also be demonstrated by a simple experiment which is called as Newton's color disk. Take a cardboard, cut it in a circular shape. Divide the area of the circle into 7 equal parts and color it with 7 colors, that is in the way Vib-Gaior: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Then if you make a hole in the center and put a pencil, insert a pencil into the disc and start rotating, you can see only white color. Hence, white light is made up of 7 colors. You can observe this in nature also. Rainbow is a wonderful example of dispersion of light. After rain, if there is a sunshine, then you can come across rainbow. When tiny water droplets, when sunlight enters into tiny water droplets, it gets dispersed into 7 colors. Here, water acts as a prism, a dispersive medium, so that the sunlight gets split up into its 7 colors, which is seen to us in the form of a rainbow. I hope you have understood 2 important phenomenon, reflection and dispersion. Thank you.